Halloween is next week, and while many people are busy planning costumes and trick-or-treating routes for the little ones in the family, first responders are busy educating the public on how to enjoy the holiday safely.
For this week, we are talking about Halloween safety tips. So we ask you to make sure you use battery in your flashlights and in your jack-o'-lanterns. If you really use candles in the jack-o'-lanterns, then make sure you keep your children away from them. Make sure your children's clothes are not long and trailing. They are very lightweight material and they catch fire very easily. And make sure your smoke detectors work.
It's recommended that children under the age of 12 be supervised by another adult while trick-or-treating. Make sure that the costumes that they're wearing wouldn't cause a trip hazard, that they can see clearly if they're wearing a mask, to stay in well-lit areas. Don't use any cut-throughs or alleyways. Know the route that your children are going to be taking, what time they are to report home, to utilize sidewalks and driveways. Don't walk in the middle of the street. Try to clear one side of the highway before crossing at an intersection and come back on another side. What causes a problem with a lot of motorists is when children are running across the street and it's dark hours. Things can happen that way. The candy that they go ahead and gather, to not consume any of that while they're out of your sight, but go ahead and bring it home with you. Have the parent or another adult inspect it before they go ahead and consume it. Residential neighborhoods are pretty much all in Chesapeake are 25 miles per hour. I suggest that motorists go ahead and cut that down to probably about 10 to 15 for a safer speed limit. Roll down the windows, turn off your radio, and be really, really mindful while you're driving around that evening. Our trick-or-treating hours in Chesapeake are 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. However, the heavy hours for any city is usually between 5:30 and 9. So during those hours, to really reduce your speed and pay closer attention.
Now remember, as she said, trick-or-treating hours are 6 to 8 p.m. on Halloween for those 12 and under, but don't panic about the ages. Well-behaved trick-or-treaters of all ages will not have any issues. Trick-or-treaters should only go to houses with porch lights on, since others may not be participating.